It's now time for part 2 of the podcast with Nigel Clarkson chatting to Denise Waterman.
What you're going to be doing for the future? Well, it sounds like you've got that all sorted out.
Well, I'm still going to be doing what I ever did.
Yeah.
I've been contacted just yesterday about doing a radio show.
Brilliant.
And that's something I've never done yet.
Have you not done a radio show? Oh, I love doing radio. It's great. I did it for about 30 years and I just love it. But I'm not doing it now. I'm just doing a podcast at the moment, but I like the podcast because I get to speak to you properly,
Yeah.
Guests on the show in radio. It's a little bit shorter. You get them on for a couple of minutes.
To be fair, I've got to speak to them because I think that the way that I would work best would be to actually speak to people rather than talking to myself and trying to make it entertaining.
Yeah.
I bore myself sometimes. I'm that annoying, so I'm bound to bore other people.
No, not boring at all. I find it interesting.
So I don't know whether it'll happen, but
have you ever thought of this, Denise, about doing a double head? Where you're chatting to me in a studio, because you have a riot doing that. I love doing double head shows. I've done a few breakfast shows and that, and it's great when you get the interaction going.
Yeah.
And two different people, because they love that, and it's quite funny. I like all the funny things you're coming out with. Brilliant material for radio. It is. It really is.
Yeah. Well, I see myself as a bit of, what's that lady that used to be on Good Morning, This Morning? She used to be the one where they'd ring in with your problems.
Oh yeah, the agony aunt.
The agony aunt, yeah. So I see myself as a bit of an agony aunt person. Or a solution. Every problem's got a solution. It's not every problem's got a problem.
Ring now. Ring now, and Denise is on the line to solve your problems.
Absolutely.
Denise, it's over to you.
Yeah. A problem shared is a problem for two people instead of one.
How about three?
Yeah. Either that or you didn't have a problem before, you'll have one by the end of it. But I did this television show last year where I am a couples counsellor, and couples came to me and I helped them through their issues. And the first series we did was for YouTube, and I wasn't a couple. I was actually a therapist in that particular show. And pretend couples came to see a pretend therapist, and I gave them the answer to their problems. And it went mental on YouTube, so mental that people were ringing me up in the middle of the night saying, "Excuse me, are you a therapist? Could you help with my relationship?" I had to keep putting the phone down because it was all fake. But it was like 3 million people had watched each show. It went mad.
Yeah.
Another interesting thing, 29th of this month, Rich Holiday, Poor Holiday.
Oh yeah, I love it.
It's a reality show. I've just been away with my pretend husband and another model that we often work with. And we went on the poor holiday. And it's fair to say that we got the short straw.
Right.
So 29th of...
So you're on that, are you? You're on that show?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that show. It's brilliant. We've been watching all of it. It's great.
Yeah. But we laugh.
It sounds a bit staged now you've told me that, though.
No, it's not staged. No, we didn't go as actors or models. We went as three friends that happened to do modeling. So we're three friends that we didn't know where we were going. They asked us on the day before we went anywhere, what would be our worst nightmare? We told them. And then
set it up.
They dropped us off. We went away. We did go abroad, but I'm not allowed to say too much because it
don't say
on the 29th.
Don't spoil it.
We laughed so much.
That's going to be brilliant.
We couldn't believe it where they sent us. If I can probably just say this bit, put it this way: 150 kids turned up the day we checked in without their parents.
Oh,
so it was like hell on earth.
Yeah.
But we did laugh. It was.
Oh, that's
funny.
going to be brilliant. That I'm going to look out for that on the 29th. Did you say September?
Yeah, September. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
we'll definitely be watching it now. We've been watching it anyway this series because we like it.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an eye opener, isn't it?
It certainly is. I mean, for the people that that go on the alternative holiday. I mean, they spend a fortune on them. I mean, absolute fortune. I mean, thousands of pounds.
Yeah.
But it really does give them a taste of a life that they may never have been able to have before. I remember many years ago, the first time I worked as a voiceover and a presenter, I got booked to do 35 commercials for British Telecom.
Wow.
And when my agent said, I'm putting you up for this, and they wanted Carol Smiley, really, I said, there's no way they're going to want me if they wanted Carol Smiley. You know, Smiley, Smiley, Smiley. They're not going to want me. Anyway, next thing I know, I'm on a plane going to Cancun to start the commercials. Not only did I go to Cancun, I went to Cancun, Puerto Rico, South Africa, and Bali, and got paid to go to all those places. But what led me to talking about that was it was a friends and family campaign, and you could win a holiday of a lifetime with 30 of your friends and family. And if you won, you just chose who you want to go on holiday with. The only thing was you had to be filmed on your holiday.
Yeah.
Which for most people was fine.
Yeah.
I'll come to that in a second. So this one family that lived in a 2 up, 2 down went to South Africa with their a twin girl and boy and another baby.
Yeah.
They'd never been on holiday before, and they won this amazing trip to Sun City in South Africa.
Yeah.
A room in Sun City was 3 times the size of their house. And they had a nanny and clothes bought for them, and they went out for dinner for the first time since they've had the children. It was absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
But for me, when I saw them in it, they had a great time and it was unbelievable. But I did kind of think, do you know, if they'd won a caravan for life with these young kids, that would have been a really great thing for them to do. Imagine a lifelong holidays in this caravan forever.
Yeah.
But they won this one trip to South Africa, and I felt like you'd put them into something that was so magical, but then you took it away again.
Yeah.
So it felt a little bit cruel. But they loved it. But I don't know how they got on after that.
No.
But what I was getting at, so if you won the trip, you had to be photographed.
Yeah.
One couple that won the trip, they were getting married in the commercial. Fabulous, you'd have thought, amazing. Only he hadn't yet told his partner that he lived with that he was going to marry someone else. So he didn't want to be on camera. Can you believe that?
Oh, brilliant.
Oh,
I love that.
Every time they came to him, he had to turn his head so that they couldn't see who he was. Crazy. Absolutely crazy.
I think you've got some fantastic stories. I think we could go all day, make a big show out of it. Right. Anyway, I'm going to ask you 3 questions that we ask all our guests, right? And it's the same questions. They're easy to answer, but it's interesting the answers that we get.
Okay.
Are you up for that? Question number one. Here we go. Who's your favorite all-time artist? We're talking music artist. Who's the all-time favorite of yours?
Eva Cassidy.
Eva Cassidy. Good choice.
Because I believe everything she sings. She sings from the heart. She's got a beautiful voice, and I love her songs.
Yeah. Quick answer there. So that's straight one. Number 2, do you drive? Yeah. I take it you're still driving. Yeah.
Well, I'm not quite. I'm not quite onto driving a Zimmer frame yet. No. I'm still in a car.
You'll be on a car advert soon. What's your favorite car?
I used to say a Mercedes convertible is what I thought I would want, but I actually like the Mercedes Vogue.
All right.
But I haven't got either of those. I may add, I've got a Mini Clubman, Countryman.
You might be on a deal now. They'll be watching this and thinking, yes, we'll get Denise in a Mercedes and we can film it. Anyway, right, that's number 2, favorite car. Right, we'll go for that. Finally, number 3, what's your go-to snack?
Oh my goodness, Co-op salt and vinegar crisps.
Crisps. Another person that likes crisps.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
But they've got to be Co-op salt and vinegar ones. They've got a real Zing to them, much better than Walkers. Sorry,
Yeah.
Walkers. But these crisps, you know, it's a big packet, so they last longer. I quite like a crisp sandwich, actually.
I do. That's naughty,
Yeah.
that. That's very
Cheese
naughty.
and crisp is even better, though. Cheese and crisp sandwich. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, and people think that's quite disgusting when you say, I'm having a crisp sandwich. But you know what? It's a really quick snack, that, isn't it? That fills it, you know.
But do you know what? I'm an absolutely cheap date because I'm not really a very fancy foodie. So my mum and dad used to live at the seaside, and once a year I used to, around my birthday, I'd go and visit them. Love to go down to the chip shop. I'd have beans and chips, white bread and butter on the side, and a side order of curry sauce.
Oh, yeah.
To dip the chips in.
Yeah, I'm like you. I like that. Simple things are sometimes the best, you know. Go to these fancy restaurants and I think, and it just looks very good, doesn't it? Artistic on the plate.
No, the more you pay, the less you get.
It's true, yeah.
I don't want to look at it. I want to eat it.
Take a photo. Anyway, it's been great chatting to you. The time's flown. I think, again, as it always does when I chat to you. It's brilliant. I wish you all the best with Tight Fit as well. Are you doing any gigs coming up? Have you got any gigs?
We've got a charity gig in Halifax, not this weekend, next weekend.
Yeah.
I'll have to give you the details, post or get someone to send, maybe get Jonathan to send you the details.
Yeah, it's all right.
Yeah, so it's a charity event by Piers, the guy that got involved with the video.
Yeah.
And so Breakfast with Piers is his radio show, and he's been a fantastic supporter of ours. He asked us to do this gig, so we're going up to do that on the 21st.
You'll have a fabulous time.
Saturday next, yeah.
Yeah, it'd be a great gig, that. Well, thanks for joining us today. It's great to speak to you. If you're thinking of doing a double head radio show, let me know straight away. I'll do all the driving bit and the production, and you just sit and do all the funny stories while I'm laughing.
Okay. You'll be going, that really happened?
I love it when live radio and you're having a proper laugh is so brilliant. You know, that's the bits I miss about radio, to be honest.
I promise not to run around the radio station like a Benny Hill girl, even though I am a Benny Hill girl or an ex-Benny Hill girl.
Right, I'll let you go, Denise. All the very best. And thank you for joining us.
See you soon. Bye.
All right, take care. Bye-bye for now.
Thank you for joining us and sharing in the untold stories of the stars. In the world of showbiz, there's always another story waiting to be told. See you next time.